everybody, welcome back to this little mini series on using the iPad to make literacy more accessible. It's Nicole here, and today we're going to be looking at using the iPad for writing. So there's again a couple of features that I'm going to show you that are within settings, and some of these will have Siri speaking back, so you will hear a little bit of an echo as I'm screen recording right now, so it picks up the sound of Siri within the video and then the sound of Siri from the speakers of my iPad. So first tool that we're going to look at is within Pages. If you're doing a writing task with children, this is one I did with pupils in my class this year. You can set documents as just normal word processors, just as a blank document here, or you could change your document to not be word processing. So if you go to your document setup and you turn off the document body, it will convert it to a page layout, which I quite like because it means that your document, you can go up here and you can view the page thumbnails, and you can just keep adding pages instead of hitting the return key loads. You can just keep adding pages. So what this allows you to do, you can't double click here and start typing. You have to insert your text boxes. So you go to the plus, go to the shapes here, and the first one is a text box. So inside the text box is where you can start doing your writing and your typing. So that's the setup I have in this other document, the fisherman and his wife. And for this task, what I did with pupils is I went through the writing process. So we did our familiarization by reading the story and things like that. Then we were retelling it when we did some modelled writing, some guided writing, and then this was moving on to some shared and guided processes. You'll see that there's a couple of blank pages. That's because for this particular pupil who really doesn't enjoy writing, I gave a choice of do you want to write 3 pages and type 2 pages, or do you want to type 3 pages and write 2 pages? And you can see that this pupil chose 1, 2, 3 typed pages and to handwrite these 2 pages into their book. So that was just a tip given pupils a choice. I wanted them to write at least 2 pages. So this way I got more out of them, and you can see already quite visually I didn't put any emojis in my teaching input days, but whenever they went to do their writing, they did put in some emojis that were appropriate and showed actually that they had comprehension of what they were writing as well. So I didn't mind it. I just sort of said to keep it relevant, and to keep it appropriate, that you didn't need 60 million. I think that's the most there, like 4 in a row. So let's go a little bit through how, like for this particular pupil, I pretty much used all of these features that I'm going to show you now for them to access their writing. And the first one is the dictaphone. So your iPad has a built-in dictaphone right beside your spacebar down here. The first time you ever use it, if you tap the microphone, it will come up enable dictation. It started to record me straight away because I've used dictation quite a lot, and I had to speak the punctuation that I wanted. I kind of like that because it really makes children think about their writing, and when you're emphasizing so much in Key Stage 1 about full stops, capital letters and full stops, this really makes them conscious about I'm at the end of my sentence, so I need a full stop. But it's not essential. It could be needed just for one word that they're writing. Maybe it was just for the word immediately, and they've tried it a wee bit, and they're not too sure. What you do have, of course, on the iPad is some predictive text here. So even when I typed I am, immediately came up straight away, and I could just click that and tap it in. But if a child can't read that word and they're not quite sure if that was the word they meant to choose, the iPad has a feature built in for that called Speak Predictions. So we're going to have a little look at that and turn those settings on within our settings. So you're going to go back into settings and you're going to go to your accessibility. We're still going to be in vision, and we're going to be in spoken content. So in spoken content, we're going to go down here to typing feedback. And you see I have pretty much everything off, but this means that every character feedback is really needed for those visually impaired pupils. When you turn this on, it will speak every single letter as you type it. But you could turn on speak words, so it will speak the whole word. Once you finish and you hit the space bar, it will read out the word. Or this option as well, automatically speak auto corrections and auto capitalizations. And then this one that I really like, hold to speak predictions. So when typing, predictions are enabled, and then tap and hold each word to hear it spoken. So earlier on I just tapped the word immediately, I didn't hold it down to see if it was the correct one. So let's see this in action anyway. I'm going to delete this because none of this is relevant to the story of the fisherman and his wife. Let me see this picture. Oh, the castle. Okay, so
the wife was very unhappy.
So you'll hear a little bit of an echo there, but every single time you hit the space bar, it will read the word. Now let's see if this was the word that I was needing next.
With.
I just hold over it, and then if I like it, I just let go. But if I don't want to select that one, I drag my finger down off the word. So for example, I want the word her, but I'm going to just hold on the word the and drag down so it didn't select it. But I want to select her.
Her.
So I'm just going to let go. So drag down to cancel. So the wife was very unhappy with her. And then we'll see, there's none coming up. So maybe, I'm not sure, castle? Is that castle? No, it's not casino. So I'm going to use the dictaphone. So
cancel.
It really didn't like that one. So I can change that. I can go and record that again. But you heard after the word was inserted, it said cancel, and I would know if I was a child listening to that, I would hear it and go, oh, that one was the wrong word.
Castle.
There we go. That's the one I wanted. And again, I showed you this in the last video on the iPad, using iPad for reading. A child can check their whole writing by highlighting the text or the sentence that they've done, and then just tap speak. Again, you'll hear a little echo, but
the wife was very unhappy with her castle.
But to me, it sounded great. So then we can move on to some of the other features that the iPad has. So we've looked at the dictaphone, which is here. Remember the first time, it'll bring up like a little message box that says enable dictation. We've done typing feedback, so every time I hit the space bar, it will read the word. We can get predictions spoken to us. We can cancel those if we want to. And the next one I'm going to show you is Scribble. So if you're fortunate to have a stylus or an Apple Pencil in this case, you can use it to write, and it will convert your handwriting into text. So I'll show you how I mean. So you see I've tapped this screen with my Apple Pencil. I'm no longer using my mouse. But you can see down here it says A. That means that I'm on Scribble with my pencil. So when I start to write,
The fisherman.
And I've still got that typing feedback on, so I can hear that I've said the correct thing.
Went back. Toad. Golden fish.
So, let's say we've made a mistake in our writing. We've spelled something incorrectly, or we put in a word twice. Let's say I do the word fish again.
Fish.
And I don't like it. I'm like, oh no, I want to change that. I can just scribble it out, and it rubs it out. Or if I want to just change this, maybe I don't want to say went back. Maybe I want to say, I just circle it, and then I'm going to say travelled back. So you can edit your writing, and then I go back over here and I put my full stop.
Fish.
And that's sort of how you would use Scribble. Again, you're getting children to still use their fine motor skills of holding the pencil. You're not completely negating the need for traditional forms of writing, but you're enhancing it with the tools that the children can access from the iPad, so it can still read back their words, they can still write, and they still have access to the dictaphone and things like that pretty seamlessly. So that is the top tips that I have for you for writing using the iPad with the built-in accessibility features there for you. Try them out, have a go at them, and then we've got one more video which is on talking and listening. Thanks very much for watching. Bye!